Alright, welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. It's time for Game 5 of the Pete Rose hitting streak, as we're going back and forth between Pete Rose and Paul Molitor. And I've got a little raspy throat, pardon that. This is June 20th, 1978 versus the San Francisco Giants. Paul Moscow and John Monefusco are the pitchers. So far in the replay, Pete Rose is 6 for 17. That's not the day, that's what he is so far, 6 for 17 through 4 games. And for the Reds, again, no Johnny Bench. It's Werner at catcher. Pretty much the same cast of characters otherwise. For the Giants, it's going to be Whitfield, Andrews, Clark, Evans, Dwyer, Herndon, LeMaster, Sadek, and Monefusco. Well, here we go. Pete Rose will lead off. Monefusco's an 8. I am using the same boards, the Paul Marino boards, but I'm not going to put them in view because you can't really read them anyway, and I wanted a little better picture on the game itself, so that's why I've got it off to the side. But Monefusco's an 8, Moscow's a 4. And both of them are right-handers. Here we go, Pete Rose. 64, and he's going to strike out. He's got a few 64s in this series. He's struck out a few times. Here's Griffey. 32 is a 26. That's a ground ball to second. Easy play for Andrews. 2 away. Here's Joe Morgan. 26 is a 32, which is a fly to right. And 3 up, 3 down go the Reds. Bottom of the first here is Terry Whitfield, or Wheatfield, as he's known in the inner circle. 45 will be a walk. So Whitfield is on, and he is fast. 5 stolen bases, though, so probably hang on to him for a minute. Rocky Andrews hitting away. 56, 34. Going to pop out. Too short. Unless he has a Y, and it's a strikeout, and Moscow has a Y. So Rocky Andrews strikes out. Here's Jack Clark, J.C. Clark. 53 is a 15. And that is a hit by pitch, unless he has an HB0, and he does not. Well, again, there's no HB rating, so I'm going to call him a 0. So it's a ball. 51 is an 8. Moscow is a 4. That's Clark's a -1, so that's going to make him a 5. That'll be a single, though. Single runner to second. First and second, 1 out with Darrell Evans. 35. And that's going to be a pop out or foul out to the catcher. So 2 away as they get to Evans to pop up to the catcher. Here's Jim Dwyer. 13's a 14. And Moscow does not have a Z, so that will be a walk. Loads them up for Larry Herndon. Cincinnati won this game 6-3, by the way. Here's Larry Herndon. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A 23-26, and that'll be the 3rd out. It's a matter of what is it? It's a ground out to second. So, top of the second. No score. And there's George Foster. Flip back here. All right. 53-16. The Giants are fielding 3. By the way, but 16 is the center fielder. Center fielder is Herndon. He's a 2. So that will be fielding 2. That'll be a single. Single for Foster. Brings up the Cobra. Dan Dreesen. 31, fly to center. 1 away. Here's Concepcion. 61. 23. Runner's picked off. Unless there's 2 outs, it's a balk. He's not. There's not 2 outs. Does say he's ejected, but I'm not gonna play with ejections. So the runner's picked off. It's a 1-3. Concepcion's still at the plate. Base is clear now. Foster gets caught sleeping over there. And Concepcion, it's a long fly ball to center and is caught by Herndon for the 3rd out. So bottom of the 2nd. 9 for LeMaster. And he's a -3. It's going to make him a 7. And that is just going to fall in there for a base hit. Leadoff man is on. LeMaster. Not much of a stealer. Sadek. Hitting away. 44 is an 8. Moscow's going to be a 7. And that'll be a single runner to second. Giants in business here. 1st and 2nd with Montefusco, the batter. He's going to bunt. And flip back to the sacrifice here. With runners on 1st and 2nd. There we go. 45-14. Base on balls unless he has a Z, and he does not. So he ends up walking him. The last thing you want to do when you know he's trying to bunt is walk the guy. Base is loaded, nobody out. Whitfield, 43-29. They're playing back, by the way. 29 is fielder's choice. Y is a strikeout, though. Moscow does have the Y. So that came in handy there. 1 away. Here's Rocky Andrews. 31-14. That's going to be a walk. He does not have that Z. Moscow with control problems. Walks in a run. Bases still loaded. Jack Clark. 24 struck him out. So Moscow all over the place. Walks, strikeouts. 2 away. Here's Darrell Evans. 53 is a 20. It's going to be ball 1 because he has a 0. I'm calling it a 0. He does not have a rating. 22 is an 8. And it's going to make him a 6. But it will be a single. Runners advance 2 bases. S on 1st is out at home. There is no S for either team. So a single for Evans. Scores 2 runs. And it's 3-0. Giants. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. James Dwyer. 24 struck him out. Moscow is he's on for 1 batter, off the next. You don't know what he's going to do. He's kind of wild today. Here's Geronimo. Top of 3, 43-29. It's going to be a ground out to 1st. Or a ground out to the pitcher, sorry. Out at 1st. On Werner. 66-0. And a 24 is going to be a 6. Montefusco is going to be an 11. And that's a double. Unless he has an L or an M, which he does. He has an L. So that's going to be a home run. That is going to convert to a home run, if I'm not mistaken. From a double to a home run. Don Werner filling in nicely for Johnny Bench. Hits one out of here, 3-1. And here's Moscow, 41. Is a 27. That's a ground out to third base. So 2 away, brings up Pete Rose. Base is clear. And 29 is going to be a ground out to the pitcher. Ground out to the mound. Reds get on the board. Rose 0 for 2. As he started out every game kind of cold. Bottom of 3, 3-1. San Francisco. Here's Larry Herndon. 23. 26. He grounds out to second. 1 away. Johnny LeMaster. No nickname. 61. Fly to right. There's catcher Sadek. 55 is an 8 on a 7. And that's a single. 2 for 2 for Sadek. Brings up the pitcher, Montefusco, with 2 outs. And he strikes out. Top of the 4th. 2-hole Griffey, 65, fouls out to the catcher. There's Joe Morgan, 35, 14. He'll walk. So 1 out, 1 on. Here's Foster. He is 1 for 1. Got picked off first. And there's an 11. That's a 1. And that is gone. 8. Let me double check here. Runner on first. Because, okay, he does not. There's no L there. So it is a home run. Home run for Foster. Ties it up. 3-3. I'm doing stuff like this. I don't tend to worry about RBIs too much, but I'll go ahead and mark them down. So Dan Dreesen with 1 out, nobody on. Tie ball game. Montefusco's second home run given up. And another ground ball to the mound. He handles it. 2 away, Concepcion. 23-26. Ground out to second. But the Reds tie it up. It's 3-3. Bottom of the 4th. Terry Whitfield. 15's an 8. He's a -5. Actually, he's a lefty, so disregard that. So it's a 4, and that'll be a single. Leadoff single for Terry Whitfield. Steeler. Here's Andrews. He's going to hit and run. We're going to hit and run here. Let's do it. 51's a 14. On the hit and run is a strike 1. Try it again. 43-29. Ground out runner's second. So Andrews gets him over. Whitfield's at second now with Jack Clark. 26, 32 is going to be a fly to right. F runner to third though. And Whitfield will go to third. He is an F. So 2 outs. Evans up. Whitfield at third. 56-34. Pops him up. Fly out to first. Nothing doing for the Giants. Top of the 5th. There's Geronimo. 33-0. 45-6. 6 versus 8 is, if you had an M, it would be a home run, but it is a double. Because he has an L, not an M. So a leadoff double for Geronimo brings up Warner. He homered his last time up. 43-29, runner on second. Ground out ground out to Dwyer, who pitches to Montefiusco. For the out, Geronimo to third. Brings up Moscow. Let's see. I think they're going to go to a pinch hitter timeout. Mike Lum will come on and pinch hit. He's a left-hander. See if you can hit a fly ball long enough to get Geronimo to the plate here. 63-33. Fly ball to center. But if the pitcher has a Y, it's a strikeout. Montefiusco has a Y. So Lum strikes out. So it's up to Pete Rose. He needs a hit. And they can get a run. He can get that hit. 33-0. So he's going to get the hit. What kind of hit is it going to be? Probably a double. An 8 and a 6. Wait, we got a runner on third. No change to a 6 or 2 in first column when runner's at third. Well, it's not his first column, so it's his second column. So we move to column 5. And it is going to be a double. Double runner scores. So Pete keeps his hit streak going. And gets an RBI in the process. And the Reds take the lead 4-3. So 2 away now. Griffey with Rose at second. 21, though, is going to be a fly to left. The Reds have battled back here. It's 4-3. Cincy, bottom of the 5th. And the Reds will go to the bullpen timeout. All right, so Pedro Bourbon on for the Reds. And Jim Dwyer, the batter, 16-28. Ground out to short. 1 away, Larry Herndon. Bourbon's going to walk him. He's got the Z, though, so should cut down on some other walks. Johnny LeMaster, 27. Fielder's choice. 5-4. LeMaster reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 away. Here's Sadek. He is 2 for 2, 2 singles, scored a run. And that's going to be 2 balls. No walk there. 35, 36. Wild pitch. Unless there is... If he is a WP3 only. Otherwise, it's a ball. Is he a WP3? No, he's a WP1. So it is a ball. 15 is an 8. Bourbon. Right-hander. So it's going to make him a 6. And that'll be a single, runner to third with 2 outs. And there are 2 outs. So first and third, pitcher spot up. Giants will go to their bench, timeout. So Bill Madlock will come to the plate with 2 away. Runners at first and third. Facing Bourbon. 31's a 9. It is a righty-righty matchup, so it's going to make him a 4. Runners on first and third. 9 versus a 4 is going to be a single. 1 scores, other to third. So Madlock comes through. The merry-go-round starts up. The RBI for Madlock. Brings back the top of the order, Terry Whitfield. 14-30. He'll fly to the left. That'll end the inning. The Giants keep pace, though. They tie it up 4-4. Top of the 6th inning. They will have to go to their bullpen. Let's take another quick timeout. So Gary Lavelle, the lefty, will come on for the Giants. Montefusco goes 5 innings, and his day is done. And to lead off for the Reds, it is Joe Morgan, the lefty. Tie ball game, 63. 33 pops him up. Y is a strikeout, though. And Lavelle's got a Y, so struck him out. Here's Foster. 51's a 9. And he is a 12. Lavelle's a 12. 9 versus a 12. And that's going to be a 27, which is a ground ball to third. So 2 away. Here's Dan Dreesen. He's going to foul out to the catcher for a 3-up, 3-down inning for Gary Lavelle and the Giants. Bottom of the 6th. Bourbon's going to continue. Andrews with a 30. Fly to left. 1 away. Jack Clark. 42. Draws a walk. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Darrell Evans. 25's a 9. And he is a 3. No change because it's a lefty-righty matchup. So a 9 is a single, runner to second. First and second, 1 out. Giants threatening here is Jim Dwyer, runner in scoring position. They're going to let Bourbon pitch to him, though, I believe. Let me double check here real quick. Yeah, they're going to let Bourbon pitch. 56-34. Runners on first and second. 34 is a pop out to third. Just what the doctor ordered there. First and second, 2 down now. Here's Herndon. Oh, 33-7. It is a righty-righty matchup. It's going to make him a 5. 5 and a or 7 and a 5 is blank. Single 1 scores, other to third. So Herndon comes through with a single. Evans moves to third. And the Giants take a 5-4 lead. Off Bourbon. Here's LeMaster, first and third again. First and third again. Let's let him pitch. 44 is an 8. Some bad decisions here by the manager. It's going to make him a 6. 8 versus 6 is going to be a single. 1 scores, other to third. S is out of third, but there's no S. Another run. And it's first and third again. Sadek. I mean, you got the pitcher spot coming up for the Reds. That's my problem. I mean, I don't want to bring Bear in and then have to take him out. I mean, I could do a double switch, I guess, but try to get out of this inning, Pedro. Come on, 42, 38. Ball 1. 44 is an 8. And it's a righty-righty matchup. It's going to make him a 6. Same situation. Single runner to third. Now they've got the pitcher spot up. Do they go to the bench? Or do they let Lavelle hit for himself? They've got 3 runs in. I think they're going to let Lavelle, he's going to come out, timeout. They're going to give Vic Harrison at bat here. He's not real swift. He's 150, hit 150 for the year. But it's kind of a situation where it's a good opportunity for him to get in at bat. They've got 3 runs in. He's a switch hitter. 61-32, fly to right. 3 runs in, and the Giants take a 3-run lead. They'll go to their bullpen timeout. So it is Randy Moffett on for the Giants, leading 7-4. Here's Concepcion. 34, he'll fly to center. 1 away, here's Geronimo. Moffitt's a righty. 44 is an 8. He's a 12 also. 8 versus a 12 is going to be a single. Just barely, but it is squeaks through the infield for a single for Geronimo. Here's Don Warner. 31's a 14, and that'll be 2 balls. And an 11 is an 8, of all things. And it is a righty-righty matchup, so it's going to make him a 15. So it'll be a 30. It's fly to left. Runner holds. So they'll go to the bench here. Pitcher spot's up. Timeout. So Auerbach will come on to pinch hit. Runner on first, 1 out. 2 outs. Sorry, 54-32. Flies to right. And that's all for the Reds. And I'll keep it right here. Doug Bear's coming in. Bourbon goes 2 innings, 2 rough innings. Probably should have taken him out. Hindsight's 2020. You keep thinking he's going to get that out, and you keep thinking wrong. So here's Whitfield, top of the order, facing Doug Bear, who is a 20 and a right-hander. 22 is a 7. He's a lefty, so no change there. So it's 7 on a 20 is going to be a fly to left. One away for Andrews. He'll fly to center. 2 away, Jack Clark. 23. 26, ground out to second. My bad. You know what? That 20 on a 7 was a single. My bad. That was a single. I had runner on first. Chart up. That was a single. But that was a fly to center. And then 26 is fielder's choice. Runner is second. So Clark's at first, 2 outs. Evans. 15 is an 8 versus a 20. And that's going to be an out. It's going to be a fly to right. So 8th inning. Top of the 8th. Moffitt's going to continue. There's Pete Rose, 1 for 3. 12, 25. 25 is a ground ball to second. So it looks like Rose is going to end up 1 for 4. Here's Griffey. A 9 versus a 12. 9 versus 12 is a 27. Ground ball to third. 2 away, Little Joe Morgan, 43. And he grounds out to the mound. So bottom of the 8th inning. Doug Bear coming back out. Here's Jim Dwyer. 41. 28's a grounder to short. One away, Larry Herndon, 61, fly to right. Johnny Lemaster, 26, ground was second. Top of the 9th inning. Last call for the Reds. And it's going to be Foster, Dreesen, Concepcion. And we'll take a timeout. All right, so Moffitt goes 2 innings. John Curtis will come on. 3-run lead for the Giants. Top of the 9th. And he's an 8 and a left-hander. Here's Foster. 14-30, fly to left. Lefty Dreesen. Is he going to bat? Let's take a timeout. He is going to bat. Reds bench is pretty slim pickings. 16-28. Grounder to short. Down to their last out. Here's Concepcion. Trying to get something started, and he's not going to. It's going to be a ground ball to the mound. Handled cleanly by Curtis. And that's the ball game. Reds lose it. 7-4. But most importantly, Pete Rose does get a hit. and extends his hit streak to 5 games. So there'll be a Game 6. And next up will be Game 5 of the Paul Molitor hitting streak. So tune in for that one. And until next time, you guys have a great day. Take care, and God bless.